This is First Contact, Stories of the Call Center.
Right now in the pandemic, what do you see that businesses should do or that you're telling people to do to reduce that friction and make it more convenient to do business with them?
Sure. Well, I mean, I wrote the book, The Convenience Revolution, 2 years ago. And what I felt was if you want to raise your level, I mean, table stakes, customer service, you have to have it. You have to have a good customer experience. Which is even more than just the service. But you have a product that does what it's supposed to do. And that was really what you needed for years to be seen as a cut above the rest. And then I started looking at all the companies that I enjoy writing about. And I said, I think the reason is they're just easier to do business with. Think about Amazon. By the way, I had a great interview where I interviewed somebody the other day and he said, I hate Amazon. And he said it facetiously. He said, actually, I love Amazon, but as a businessman, I have to say, man, they're making it hard on me because they've created this expectation for their customers that is now bleeding over into every other industry. Why can't you be as good as Amazon? Amazon can do it. Why can't you do it, right? So I know I'm getting off the original question here, but let me see if I can go there. Back to convenience. So 2 years ago, I write this book based on the idea that convenience will take service to a whole nother level and the experience to a whole nother level. Though the week the book comes out, J.D. Powers writes this massive article about how convenience is the new currency of business. And I thought, oh, perfect timing, and I started seeing this prop up. Let me give you a great example that I think will sum up what's happened pre and post pandemic. I guess it's my fifth convenience principle is delivery, taking it to the customer. Okay. My car dealership that I chose to do business with after I was doing business with one dealership for 25 years and I switched to this other dealership because the dealer said, when you buy a car from me, by the way, I wasn't going to buy from him because he's 10 miles away and the other dealership is like a half a mile away. I can drop my car off and walk to work. But the other dealership, if it's 7 a.m, I take my car in, it takes me because of traffic, 30, 40 minutes. Then I got to come back. Then I go back and pick it up. I'm killing 2 to 3 hours out of my day. Right. So I said, no, I'm going to go with the convenient dealer. And the guy said, hold on a second. You buy a car from us. When your car comes in, I'll bring it to you. And when you need service, I'll bring you a loaner and pick up your car. You never have to come in here again. Even if you want us to bring you the next car you're going to buy, you don't have to come in unless you want to check a bunch of them out. I thought, wow, that's convenient. I ended up doing business with them. Well, guess what? As soon as the pandemic hit, all of a sudden, all these, and by the way, that was really, I would go back to my dealership. That was not typical of what dealers will do for you. But this dealership said, that's one of the things we do. We differentiate that way. Now, all these automotive manufacturers, and I'm not talking about Mercedes and Audi and BMW, all the higher ends. I'm talking about, Chevy and, Chrysler, all these, even the mid-level and even in some cases lower level, they said, hey, you want to test drive a car? We'll come to you and let you test drive it. That's delivery. It took the pandemic to get everybody else to get on the idea that convenience is important. We've been having groceries delivered for years. But now this is standard. If you don't have grocery delivery as part of your mix at your grocery store, you may be losing a lot of business. Mm-hmm. So it's table stakes. So convenience has become really important. By the way, my next book is going to go back to some basics because I believe that we can't forget that the main reason we're doing all of this is for one simple thing that we've already talked about, and that is to get the customer to come back next time. So we got to get back to the idea that we want that customer to say, hey, I'll be back.